After a long and rambling discussion with yourself as your companions fought on the razor's edge to avoid death, you find yourself once more in the tangle. Despite the terrible, terrible risk of the sluice, you've emerged on the other side a lot stronger, which is good. You're going to need it. Best to press on. It's time to finish this. Damn. Wait, what? Hey, what's up, everyone? Loki Orin here, and I thought we fixed that.
War.
I thought...
Only
Wow.
resignation.
The 5%. We crit failed. Alrighty. So let's first of all look. So avoiding the Hoarder gets us the Royal Summons, which I do want. The Royal Summons feels like a great fit for getting rid of Distracting Dust. Land a killing blow on the Lair boss in the Tangle. Gets her a hero trinket. God, the Dreaming General feels like a real suspect fight, though. There is a hospital in a oasis right before, and that is the path we need to take to avoid the Hoarder. That's tough. Because we've got Solaniel's flashing daggers, which hits both. Grape Shot Blast as Rogue is not going to hit there. Neither is a Tracking Shot can. Bellow does not in this form. Echoing March can. But that just feels incredibly risky. How bad do we need that field hospital? I mean, we kind of don't, because we've got all these guys. Like we've got our supplies of we kind of don't need the field hospital. And we could do the Kyurgens table, the creature den, and skip the Hoarder and go out. It feels kind of decent. Could also just go to this fight. Skip the Kyurgens table, because we don't really need to do the Kyurgens table either. Thinking about what the Kyurgens table drops. Does it drop any? I don't think it does. I don't think it drops anything we have to have. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Hope you all enjoyed the last one. Comment section down below if you listened to me ramble and thought it was interesting or thought I was a lunatic. I'm open to either option here. Kind of feel like I do need to be running Pirouette. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well out there as we dive into the action here.
Early results are encouraging.
Yeah, I just think kind of on brush here, especially given how the sluice went. I don't know that I want to invite the sketchy risk of the Dreaming General, because I mean, okay, because the Dreaming General can absolutely wreck my house. Like it's all fun and games until he, shoots me in the face, basically. Okay, we're just in Crit City. Population these guys. So do we do that, or do we just finale him? I mean, we just finale him. He's almost dead. So yeah. Let's talk about the sluice in retrospective just real quick, because I know I was rambling about Clair Obscure the whole time, because I really love that game, and I do love the the discussion. Like, I love that a studio made a game that people are just vehemently arguing about the endings of, and how both endings are good and bad. There's no correct ending, I don't think. I think there is a canon ending, but the truth is that both of them are like just, again, answering the question, how do you yourself deal with grief? But that being said, man, that sluice was brutal, right? Like, I think the thing that really sucked was, like, I do like Swineskiver. I like running into Swineskiver. He's a fun guy. You know, he does cool things. Get out of here. But man, can he hit hard when he decides to. It is unpleasant when he does so. And also, I don't think we got a lot of dodges. We had a lot of stuff not break our way. That being said, we did tank like 3 death blow checks, including Clive. Which, I don't know, for folks who may not have watched recently, Clive has a special place in my heart because he is my longest running character by any stretch of the imagination. Clive, who has gone through many names and been called many different things, has been a character in my runs since the very beginning. I don't know that I've ever lost him. You know, I don't think the Highwayman's ever gone down, basically. So, you know, he is absolutely my longest running character. I think at one point, this was a long time ago, at one point you could look in the save files and see like how many iterations of the Highwayman you're on. And most of my characters are probably in the hundreds, if not potentially thousands at this point. Like they've been characters a long time, or they've been iterated on a long time. Clive is number 58, and as far as I can remember, and I see no reason why this wouldn't be true, he's still number 58. What a badass. Okay, well, I wasn't really planning to do that, but, you know. If you're just gonna, like, beat me down to nothing there, jeez.
A simple kindness.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, the sluice was hair-raising for a lot of reasons, but in the end, we, sure, whatever. In the end, we got it done. We survived, and that's all that matters. And we did get the payout, thanks to Darkly Curious, of those healing items. Ooh, Greater Sharpness Charm, you say. That's got to be an improvement. That's got to be an improvement over, it's probably better than Charred Litany. But yeah. So now, anyway, Insane Crown Posse. I do think we've sort of hit the max out here of what this formation is doing. Like, and it sure feels pretty good. Like, we are definitely doing some cool stuff here. We're not using that. This formation is definitely firing on all its cylinders, which is awesome. I do love the movement. I'm probably not playing it as optimally as I would need to really, like, capitalize on the movement. I keep forgetting. I either need to switch this to Pirouette, or I need to bring in Pick to the Face or something, because, like, it is a little disruptive that we are not dealing with that very well. This potentially just kills this guy. Yeah, let's just get rid of him. Oh, if I knew I was going to crit, I shoot the drummer every time. Yeah. But I think we're definitely there, though I do think, you know, at kind of every point here, I've sort of made the, what I feel has been a lot of the right calls. And one of those calls has definitely been that this formation really, I don't think can do as much as I wish it could. Like, you know, I want it to be super dangerous and super successful, but it just isn't in a lot of ways. It's a little too fragile from a health standpoint. There's no, without a healer of any meaningful kind. You know, without the Plague Doctor, you know, the Occultist, the Vestal, anything, we just end up with a party that is bleeding out almost constantly. Oh, that 5% hateful. That's very rude. But I do think I get, you know, 15-point heal, 18-point heal. We like that. Like you can see here, we're taking like 12 damage, and that's like, that's a problem for us. That is a real problem for us. You know, our characters do not have ways to recover that HP. Now, the Grave Robber's fine. You know, the Grave Robber has her own heals, and technically the Man-at-Arms can heal himself, but not, you know, not super frequently. And we just end up with this very fragile formation.
Variable, easily resolved.
But, that being said, it does get it done. It does have the damage output to, you know, make it happen.
Options require careful deliberation.
So if we go to the Oasis, we're committing to not fighting the lair. Because I'm not doing the Dreaming General. The Dreaming General just isn't worth the risk. If we go over here, yeah. Bit of a tough one there, because I would like to go to that Oasis, but we know we're not doing the Dreaming General, so going to the lair ends up being sort of a wasted node. I guess it's not totally wasted because we do get like resources for it. You know, we'll get 24 and 16, but you know, those resources are not super important at this point, and the you know, the cost of going there is, you know, that we don't have a shot at the mastery points we're going to get from the Creature Den, which I think I much prefer. Do I just want to stun you? Nice. Miles doing his job. $10. Okay, so we gotta hit him for another 10 here. Perfect. So this is gonna be a double kill here. Bit of a waste of the critical, but we do want to make sure that guy dies, so we'll just go ahead and do it. But here we can kind of see the demonstration here, like this. The Man-at-Arms is bleeding, and he's just going to keep bleeding. I can't do anything about it. I can stack up, like, you know, bunches of stacks of stuff, and then use Stand Fast to heal.
Measured and steady.
But that isn't gonna do a whole heck of a lot for me. In fact, we'll just heal for 10 there and just stack this stress up. In guard. That's fine with us.
This is no time to falter.
Nice, there we go. That's what we needed to see. So now we get to Inspiring Tune. But yeah, like, these bleeds are a real problem. You know, and I'm actually kind of conscious of the fact that the final boss here is going to be putting burns on everybody. That's why the pustule salves are going to be so big. Because it's just going to give us
The
a...
unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gains.
it's gonna help us stay alive through those burns, which we can't avoid otherwise.
An elementary problem, is it not?
Yeah, we're gonna commit here. I don't know if it's the right call, but it's the call I want to make. You know, kind of for the same reason, you know, the field hospital, if we didn't have these 4, I'd be heading to the field hospital, I think. But since we have those 4 items, you know, I think I can just save those as my, like,
Your path
my
lies
boss fight
through
items.
them, and so they must fall.
And we'll call that good. Man, the knights are just out in force today. And damn it. I'm sorry, everyone. I keep forgetting to swap her.
Well done.
We'll just get rid of the drummer before he does anything annoying. And we'll start spreading around these, removing death block things, because those actually do some kind of nifty stuff for us here. You know what? Sure. Like there, you know, just not giving that guy another turn is pretty nice. Jeez. Wish I didn't have to spend this combo point immediately, but the chance of stunning him is pretty hard to not take. What does this do for me? Vittorio gets a dodge plus. Eh. It's not moving the needle enough. Well done, Vittorio. So this guy's now dead to his thing, so... Well, actually, no, he's not. We're actually going to stall here, because I want to get this stand fast off. Oh, I need to move you back. Perfect. That was like the perfect outcome there. Because now I get to do this. No, it's only for 12. Okay, that's still something. And there we go, we end the fight.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
Right? Well, we're not going to run away from the creature den. We committed the whole hog to get here.
The worst kind of parasite.
Opportunists. Alright, at this point, it's starting to look like I'm doing this intentionally. I'm really not. I'm just an idiot. I swear to you, I will fix this shortly. Yum. Okay, Vittorio just getting shot in the face repeatedly. Not really what we wanted to see. There we go, Vittorio. That's what we wanted to see. In fact, let's just give Vittorio a dodge plus for his trouble. I like that. I like Clive's knife getting like that lightning effect. That's pretty sweet.
Stupendous.
There we go. I mean, this fight's basically over. Yeah, the only question is how much of this random nonsense damage are we going to end up taking? I am actually going to spend that.
Messy, but effective.
Because we're just going to spend some time healing. And there we go. Alright. I'm going to do it now. Solaniel. Alright. So, the choice is, do we keep Shadow Fade or we just bring in Pirouette? I think we bring in Pirouette right now. But I think for the boss, we'll probably bring in Pick to the Face. As we head into the creature den here. I love that despite having a 5% chance to... Despite having a 5% chance to have gotten this negative relationship, that negative relationship has just defined them. Alright, we're up to 9% damage on some of these folks already. That's kind of cute. Alright, and apparently we are not dodging today. But the good news with the spiders is they are pretty fragile once you get through their stuff. I wish I had tracking shot for this, but eh. We'll live with what we got here. One down. There we go. Nice work, Vittorio. Get out of there.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
We knew that was going to miss, but that is the last of their dodge pluses.
Relief comes rarely in these times.
We are just going to make sure Vittorio stays alive right now. I'm definitely being a little bit loose with some of these items, but I just do not want I do not want to have a character go to Death's Door too early here. And again, I'm saving the pustules for the, that's not on yet. Saving the pustules for the final fight here. Oh, they're both dead. I mean, cool. Sure, whatever.
A trivial worriment.
We'll stack up some damage. We like a hopeful trigger.
Cooperation is the key.
Stack up some free damage. Who we fighting? Ah, more spiders. And a big guy. Okay, cool. $50-50? Damn. Had the 50-50 to just end it. Nice. We love a good respectful. Love these dodges coming in taut, too. Definitely helping the cause, that's for sure. Let's get rid of you.
The work continues.
We'll miss you just so we can hit with this. Hey, kitty cat. Absinthe is healing now, so we'll go ahead and take that.
Stupendous.
Hey, kitty cat. Yeah, hi. Hey, Ari. Yeah, hi. How much does this heal for? 20? Yeah, sure. We can wait another round, though. No, you don't need to put your claws into my leg or my chair. It's okay, kitty cat. Now it gets a little bit goofy as we just kind of stall out here. Alright, fight's over. But now we get to stand fast for only 16. That's too bad. I mean, it's still something.
A simple variable, easily resolved.
Discounted in combat items is one of the better options we would have gotten there.
Loading abates.
Also getting it to, also getting a,
When cult came, no orders
getting 2
were
mastery
shouted.
points out of that is
No
quite
swords
nice.
were drawn. There was only stupefying horror
Oh, it's the
and
cannon.
the catatonic lethargy that follows it. Lethality writ large.
Perfect.
On to the next.
That's a good start. Try to prevent some damage here. Sadly not, but we tried. Because the cannon's always going to load its first turn, so... Sure. Is this usable from 3? It is. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. We landed the blind anyway. Nope. We'll hit for another blind. Why not? Nice. That's what we wanted to see. Oh, this is lethal, right? Yes. Oh, it's not lethal. It's close to it, though. Off by 4. Probably the easiest cannon fight we've had in a
Persistence
while.
will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Neither of those is getting used, so we'll head in here, get our armor repaired. Then we can lose 2 wheels. Or take a loathing and lose 2 wheels. And I guess we probably... Well, we're taking a loathing either way. Don't really want stagecoach items. Don't really want food. I guess we'll just take torch. Yeah, sure, what the hell. Doesn't really matter. We're not going to get to 4, so it doesn't matter.
Giving in to madness is easier
Relics.
than holding
There's the
out
armor.
against it. They are heroes.
Unless I think they're witches, then, you know. Oh, that might be spoilers. I don't know where that is in the spoiler catalog. It might be spoilers. You'll see. Secrets of the Coven. It turns out that we go on a little bit of a witch hunt. And, you know, those shifty peasants, you just can't trust them.
Take up these goods and imbue them with purpose.
I mean, most of this stuff's just getting thrown away, right? That can go, that can stay. That can go, that can go, that can go. Milk-soaked linen's actually worth keeping around.
The vestiges of an invading army, scattered and lost in this dying land.
All right. So, apparently, the Crusader is in town. Or the Warlord is in town. Off by 1? Off by 3. Okay. I was going to complain, but off by 3 is not off by 1. Bigger worry here is these guys are going to dot us up like obnoxious jerks. Nice work, Vittorio. We'll just get rid of that. Now we have to start swinging Courageous Abandon repeatedly. Need to hit him for 10 from somewhere. Actually, no, we don't. We just hit him for there. And he's dead. Wonderful. Got the Ordained one, which is the more important of the two. The one that hits harder. Ah, these hateful triggers. Suboptimal. 15% damage, 12% damage. You know, it's basically a free trinket.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
And yeah. Triage kit. We're not going to carry the... Triage kit's not going to get carried into the final fight, but it will come along. Ooh, those would be potentially useful, but I don't think so. Those are quite good items for us in this specific scenario, but I don't think it matters. We'll take the wheel. Hurts our relationship, it maxes out our flame and gets our wagon to the smallest possible requirement to heal it. We are rich coming into the end here, so whatever's in our final shop, we will be able to afford. Alrighty, cultist time. This is a cardinal fight? Yep, cardinal. The Altar of Resentment. Was that gain when attacked crit token? That's right. Do that just to get a little cheeky about getting... Oh, fuck me. Alright. Oh, that was a big dodge by Vittorio and Solaniel. That was a huge dodge, because that was going to hurt. That was going to hurt quite a lot. Alright, 19 HP? How about 5 HP? However, that is lethal.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
We'll get some dots ticking on this guy. Now, unfortunately, can't reach with most of our stuff right now, but I think that brings us into range for Courageous Abandon. And we get the execution. Very nice.
The unrelenting application of violence.
That's another zone in the books. Insane Crown Posse heading to the end here. Ooh. Ooh. Jealous Whisper.
The loathing whispers.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have... Oh, man, we don't have one, do we? Damn. We don't have a stained item. Because this would have been stellar on Vittorio. Or Solaniel. Either one of them would have taken it happily. Sadly, we're just going to carry it to the end.
Rest tonight. Under the mountain's unblinking gaze.
Because we do pop in Royal Summons. Get rid of Distracting Dust. We are heading to the mountain.
Lead to the mountain.
We'll fix up the wagon. And we'll go shopping. What do we got? Meditative Totem, Wild Tea can both come along. Mortar and Pestle, the rest of this doesn't matter. Whiskey Flask can come along. These two don't matter. None of this matters. Whiskey Barrel we may want, but I don't think so.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
Friend in Need is a friend without beads. Alrighty. We got a ton of stuff to spend here. First of all, you and you. There we go, up to 18. Who's got the worst trait? Kleptomaniac, Squeamish, Boisterous, Darkly Curious. Boisterous can get out. Nice, 20 out of 20. Squeamish can go as well. I'm just gonna stack up our stuff here. 19? Sure. We're just kind of dumping everything in. What else we got?
Of a time before the end.
We could do Whiskey Barrel. We could risk it, but I don't think we do. I think our relationships are good enough. Nothing else here does anything. So this looks like this will be the configuration here. But we do at least have some positive relationships. At least stuff is directionally in our favor here. Alrighty.
That you may stand just a little taller
Sure.
at
We'll
the
upgrade
end.
Solo, because why not? We'll upgrade Stand Fast, because why not? Retribution can have its upgrade as well. Wicked Slice, sure, why not? And then Pirouette, maybe? I don't think Pirouette needs it. Because we're not really looking to stay in Pirouette very long. Like, we're just using Pirouette to get back so that Solenil can do her job. Yeah, it feels right. Alright, well. You know what the hell. Relatively paid. That does something. Does that do anything? That does not do anything. That does something. That doesn't do anything. Rest of this doesn't do anything. And that'll do it. Alright, thank you all for watching, and we will see you at the mountain.
Plan accordingly.
Later.